so excited. We have a special treat. Of course, we have the fabulous Jimmy Binns, who is amazing. He is an actor and he's a writer. He's written Spinning His Weight, and he's also the founder of Noble Fools Theater. And he has brought probably the farthest guest for this show. He will introduce him. So, welcome, Jimmy Binns.
Thank you. This is storytelling number 5, and this is the 5th day. And my good friend here, Danish Dostan, has been in America. He comes for a visit from an invitation from my mother. Coincidentally, my story is about my mother, and it is called My Mother. If I don't write something special right now about my mother, I'll never hear the end of it. On one hand, this will be a simple task, for any of her children or grandchildren do is special. As a kid, I could give her a stick I picked up on the way home for a Mother's Day gift, and she'd proclaim it the most special gift she ever received. On the other hand, there are so many great stories to tell my mother. It is important to tell several in one sitting, for only a view of the whole can capture the art that is Elaine Faith. Another point of clarification before I delve into this farrago of anecdotes is I know these tales only as a result of countless hours of grilling the truth from my mother. She has come to accept that resistance is futile, and like a fine novel, more will be revealed if we just go over it again. One fact I will attest to is that my mother has achieved what we all hope to someday. She has worked hard her entire life to secure a private reverie in a home she owns outright, beholden to no one, and surrounded by all that gives her pleasure. She enjoys the liberty to do as she pleases. My mother fell head over heels in love with my father from the moment they first met, as she has with several others. Under the right circumstances and with just about any love song playing in the background, my mother can be wooed. To be gracious, we blame it on the genetic malfunction controlling the romantic interactions to be traced back through the generations of her family tree. See Index Bells, Germans, and the Art of Cleaning. To be fair, Elaine Faith was the baby in her small family unit, the first to be born on American soil to parents who probably viewed the Great Depression as not all that great. Things could be worse. It was still the common tradition at that time to raise little girls with the sole goal of obtaining a good marriage to a good man, preferably one with a government job, and never marry a dreamer. My Auntie Evelyn, my mother's older sister by 9 years, succeeded when she married Officer Joseph O'Malley and produced 5 children, 10 grandchildren, and 19 great-grandchildren. My mother married an artist. It seems she was destined to rebel in her own way, to eventually be swept away by the new and evolving women's movement and experience firsthand the triumphs and perils of becoming a modern woman. On to specific tales. Shall I begin with her at the age of 8, receiving tips for singing and dancing to distract the young boys getting their haircuts at the barbershop below her family apartment? Or dive right into the 1964 tale of her being escorted from New Orleans by the sheriff's men with a request to never return again? Perhaps you might be entertained by her dates with the members of the A- celebrity list, Tony Randall and Professor Irwin Corey, or of those on the federal alumni list. Let us begin with what some might call her salad days. Her salad days of independence and what others might argue were the worst years from a perspective of design and fashion, 1971 to 1987. While the nation was recovering from a divisive war, recoiling from a corrupt presidency, and and rearing a generation of bell-bottom teens who looked at each other with a sense of, well, we're on our own. My mother prospered, and had come into her own. She was on track to becoming a well-respected executive secretary of a world-renowned brain surgeon, living in a penthouse apartment with a Lakeview terrace, playing host to her own special salon of characters. Shit, goddammit! Nikolai Drambarian, stage name Nick Cornell, slams his long palms on the outer edge of the baby grand piano and bows his head in despair. He struggles with his latest composition while Elaine refills his snifter with sweet vermouth. Nick Cornell sold his tunes to Muzak, producers of elevator, waiting room, background music designed for his mellowing tone. He crafted legato Latin rhythms with ever-repeating lyrical phrases such as, with a little bit of love, with a little bit of love, with a little bit of love, with a little bit of love. Cha-cha-cha. Yet through Elaine's oversized Foster Grants, he was Chopin, and she was George Sand, in repose beneath his sounding board. As he resumes diddling the keys, she gazes upon her endless shelves of priceless books and daydreams. The heroine of her literary fantasy is destined to be the defender of culture, beauty, refinement, and devotes mind, body, and soul in support and adoration of those who are creative. My mother is in accord with the ancient Greeks, in the belief that there is immeasurable aesthetic perfection. If you look at everything closely enough, you can find the essence that makes it what it is. There is a trail to utopia. This is it. Here. Now. A moment unlike any other. It is the discovery of that instant where perfection exists and all is transcendent. Shit, goddammit! Sensing that Nicky needed some alone time, Elaine rose to tidy. Little Louie and the poker boys were coming the next night, and the place looked frightful. As she was lowering the tiny floral ruffled print of that concealed the pile of New York Times magazines she had just shoved under her bed, she caught a glimpse of some image or phrase that suddenly made her remember that she had not returned a book she had borrowed from her boss, The Letters of Adolf Hitler. A fitful, anxious search began. Moments into scanning her shelves, she recalls lending the book to me. She dials my number. It is 1:47 in the morning. Hello? I sound polite and alert despite having just been awoken, a trait instilled in me by my mother. I absolutely have to return to Dr. White's book I lent you, The Letters of Adolf Hitler. This is so irresponsible of you. I returned it, Mother. No, you didn't. It's not here. I've looked everywhere. It's there. Hovering on the edge of weeping, my mother begins to rail. You know how important it is to act responsibly with the property of others. I never should have lent it to you. It's Dr. White's. You are just like your father. Hold on. 2:03 a.m. I enter my mother's apartment, walk to the bookcase, pull the Letters of Adolf Hitler from the shelf, and hand it to her, saying only, here. Then I left to the echo of a slammed chord, followed by a muted, shit, goddammit. Upon riding home, Dad's house, I once more answered the phone. Hello, Mother. I'm sorry. I know. I'm crazy. I know. I love you. I love you too. It has been obvious to me that it is best to stay calm as my mother proceeds from idle serenity to extreme panic, where all the forces of nature are conspiring against her at the very moment she needs you to get the boxes up on the top shelf for her because the flood could be coming, and the skunks are back under her porch, and the census people still keep calling, even when she told them she wanted them to stop. Deep breaths is usually my mantra in such situations. These moments are rare and fleeting. Inevitably, peace is restored, and the quest for those perfect moments resumes. A laughter-filled game of Scrabble, discovering a new work of art, a spontaneous getaway, fulfilling Christmas present IOUs in July, and falling in love. Earlier I noted the ease with which my mother could be wooed, but it is equally apparent how easy it is to fall in love with a lame faith. Just ask the New Orleans jazz musicians who were entertaining my mother and her girlfriends, the only Caucasians at the Salt Lake Blackfield jam session when the sheriff's men arrived. Or Bob Stanton, Sonny Schmatzer, Bernie Witt, Tony Stavoli, Carl Coons, Jim Schuler, and that Egyptian spy who was burying documents in the backyard. I know I'm being a bit of a rascal, publishing a partial list of my mother's admirers, but sometimes the comedian in me takes over. Too often it's too tempting, and I just have to reach over and every now and then lift her rose-colored glasses and show her the truth through humor. There is no Shangri-La, and your second husband was an asshole, Mom. We laugh, we see the absurdity, the madness, the chaos, and we laugh. How many Germans does it take to put in a light bulb? One! We cherish that which has been, and stay vigilant for the best to come, while sucking the most out of the moment at hand. I see now that much of my passion for the art of comedy comes from my mother. Together we discover that laughing is better than crying. And by her example, showed me that setting the table with dinner for two, while the wrecking ball removes the living room, is the funny choice to make, given the circumstances.